Adult Swim is the nighttime block on Cartoon Network. You ever fall asleep watching Adventure Time and wake up at 3 in the morning and see this and get scarred? Yeah, that's Adult Swim for you. And today I'm going over all their wacky and crude shows. Space Ghost, Coast to Coast, 2001 to 2008. The very first Adult Swim show, and actually the reason the whole network exists, originally airing on Cartoon Network from 1994 to 2001, then getting moved to Adult Swim from 2002 to 2004, and then getting revived once again on GameTap from 2007 to 2008. Space Ghost was originally a 1960s Hanna-Barbera superhero cartoon, but was repurposed for this show, where he is a talk show host. Space Ghost is accompanied by his band leader Zorak and his director/producer Moltar. Home Movies, 2001 to 2004. Brendan Small is an 8-year-old aspiring filmmaker who makes homemade film productions. He ends up developing a weird father-son relationship with his alcoholic soccer coach, John McGurk. This show is so extremely ugly. The Brak Show, 2001 to 2003. This is a prequel to Space Ghost. Thus, it features the same characters on Space Ghost. Instead of parodying talk shows, this show parodies sitcoms. The show is about the day-to-day life of Brak, Zorak, and the Guerta family. However, as the show went on, this plot dissolved. C-Lab 2021, 2001 to 2005. Just like Space Ghost, this show uses old stock footage from Hanna-Barbera cartoons. This time, they use footage from C-Lab 2020. This show was a satirical parody of the original C-Lab 2020, but also 1970s children's shows. Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, 2001 to 2007. Just like the others on this list so far, this show also uses old Hanna-Barbera stock footage, this time from Birdman and the Galaxy Trio. Harvey Birdman has given up being a superhero and is now an attorney. He helps past Hanna-Barbera characters with their legal troubles. I've never watched it, but it sounds super fun. Seeing Fred Flintstone, the Jetsons, Yogi Bear, Scooby-Doo and Gang, and so on all have to go through legal troubles sounds very creative. Aqua Teen Hunger Force, 2001 to 2015, and 2023. Master Shake, Frylock, and Meatwad are 3 anthropomorphic food items that all live together. They have a creepy middle-aged sex-crazed neighbor that they sometimes get along with. They often go on surrealistic adventures. They were originally created for an episode of Space Ghost Coast to Coast, but wound up getting their own show. It ran for 11 seasons between 2001 and 2015, and was revived in 2023 for a 12th season. The Venture Bros, 2004 to 2018, and 2023. The Venture family is made up of super scientist father, Rusty Venture, his teenage twin sons, Hank and Dean Venture, and their bodyguard, Brock Sampson. They have an arch-nemesis called the Monarch, a butterfly-themed villain. The show is about the lives and adventures of the Venture family. Unlike a lot of these shows, there's actually a running plot throughout the episodes. The show had a very long run, but despite this, only released 7 seasons throughout 14 years. It was eventually canceled. In 2023, a direct-to-video movie was released to conclude the story. Stroker and Hoop, 2004 to 2005. Running for a short 13 episodes, Stroker and Hoop are private investigators who act like it's still the 1970s. Both are completely inept in all ways, but especially their jobs. Stroker tries to be a ladies' man, but never succeeds, and Hoop thinks he's the best in his field, but in reality he sucks too. Perfect Hair Forever, 2004. Another spin-off to Space Ghost Coast to Coast, this series stars Gerald Bald Z, who is trying to find the best hair to fix his baldness. Space Ghost appears in every episode, either important to the story or just in the background. The series also followed a story, uncommon for most Adult Swim shows. The show ran for 6 episodes, and then the creators didn't want to make any more. But as a surprise for Adult Swim's April Fool's Day stunt, they released another episode in 2007. 2 more new episodes were aired in 2014 for the same event. Tom Goes to the Mayor, 2004 to 2006. Originally beginning as a web cartoon that guest starred David Cross, the cartoon caught Bob Odenkirk's attention. You know, Better Call Saul. Odenkirk began producing it on Adult Swim after seeing its potential. The show stars Tom Peters, who has just moved to the derelict town of Jefferton. Tom often complains to the mayor, hence the name. This show has, shall we say, a very unique animation style. Actually, to call it animation is generous. 12 Ounce Mouse, 2005 to 2006, and 2020 to 2021. The show is about Mouse Fitzgerald, who goes by Fitz. He is an alcoholic mouse that works odd jobs to make money to buy more beer. Fitz eventually works through some repressed memories and remembers he had a wife and kids, but he has no clue where they are. Originally, the show was not meant to be serialized, but after the pilot, the direction was changed. The series originally ended in 2006, but was picked up 14 years later in 2020. But since then, it has already ended. The animation is also atrocious, a common theme among Adult Swim shows. This one is especially bad though. Squidbillies, 2005 to 2021. One of the longest running Adult Swim shows, with 13 seasons under its belt, this show basically takes the most redneck, hillbilly, white trash, backwoods stereotypes and puts them in squid form. The father squid's name is Early, who is an alcoholic and abusive. Most of the family's antics involve crime and destruction. Look, I hate to crap on someone's favorite show, but you have to be brain dead to like this. This is such an unfunny and disturbing show. And just like most of the other shows on this list, its animation is horrid. Lucy, the Daughter of the Devil, 2007. Like the title says, Lucy is the daughter of the devil, and she has to begrudgingly fulfill her destiny as the Antichrist. She meets a DJ named Jesus, who is actually the second coming of the Messiah, and the two begin dating. Minora Team, 2005 to 2006. Minora Team is a team of 5 superheroes based on racial stereotypes. Their villains are discriminatory concepts. Shockingly, this show was not picked up for a second season. Can't imagine why. Moral Orel, 2005 to 2008. Orel is a happy-go-lucky Protestant who is devout to God. While he practices religion, he must also deal with his alcoholic father, lethargic mother, and his devout Protestant town of Morrilton. Robot Chicken, 2001 to 2022. Or present, it's kind of unknown if it's canceled or not. It's a little hard to give a synopsis for this show. It's basically a sketch comedy show that parodies pop culture, TV shows, movies, music, comic books, celebrities, but it's all stop-motion animation with figures. Metalocalypse, 2006 to 2013. Death Clock is a larger-than-life death metal band. The series creator described them as like the Beatles, just 1,000 times more dangerous and 1 billion times more stupid. Death Clock is so big that they have their own economy. 10 years after its cancellation, a direct-to-video movie was released in 2023. Frisky Dingo, 2006 to 2008. The show focuses on the supervillain named Killface and a superhero named Awesome X. The show is a parody of superhero and action movie cliches. Assy McGee, 2006 to 2008. Yeah, I seriously have no idea how these shows get made. He is literally a butt that's a cop. Extremely dumb. The Drinky Crow Show. Drinky Crow is a drunk crow, and he has a friend, Uncle Gabby, who is a drunk monkey. They are at war with the French, who are alligators. Xavier, Renegade Angel, 2007 to 2009. Xavier is a shaman wanderer who travels across the land to find his origins. He often faces some crazy characters along the way that he often preaches to. Titan Maximum, 2009. Running for a short 2 months, Titan Maximum is a mecha used by Titan Force 5, made up of the solar system's best people. After being disbanded, one of the 5 members has turned evil, and the remaining 3 have to stop him. Mary Shelley's Frankenhole, 2010 to 2012. Dr. Frankenstein has mastered immortality and has created an infinite amount of wormholes, or Frankenholes, in Eastern Europe, where tons of monsters and supernatural forces roam. Historical figures and the monsters seek out the Doctor for help. Mongo Wrestling Alliance, 2011. Running for a brief 7 months, the show is set in the world of professional wrestling. The main character, Rusty, is determined to restore his family's name within the wrestling world after his family was betrayed. Soul Quest Overdrive, 2011. A spin-off to Aqua Teen Hunger Force, Soul Quest Overdrive is made up of 4 anthropomorphic pieces of sports equipment: a bowling pin, a baseball glove, a basketball, and a soccer ball. They live together in a mobile home and are devout evangelical Christians that are also sex-crazed and drug addicts. Yeah, no wonder this ran for only 4 episodes. China, Illinois, 2011 to 2015. China, Illinois is home to the worst college in America. The school staff celebrates its poor reputation. The teachers constantly drink while teaching, or straight up don't even teach. Black Dynamite, 2012 to 2015. A parody of blaxploitation cinema, the show continues the story of the film of the same name. Black Dynamite, Bullhorn, Cream Corn, and Honeybee go on dangerous and over-the-top adventures. Sometimes the adventures involve celebrities, which also lends itself to having a lot of cameo voice actors. Rick and Morty, 2013 to present. Rick is a drunken mad scientist grandpa to Morty, a good-hearted yet timid teen boy. Summer, Morty's sister, along with their parents, Jerry and Beth, are often involved in the plot of the episodes. Their adventures vary, sometimes staying right in their house, to space travel, to interdimensional travel, where they interact with other versions of themselves. Mr. Pickles, 2014 to 2019. Mr. Pickles is a satanic border collie that goes around town with his family's 6-year-old boy, Tommy. Unbeknownst to Tommy and the family, Mr. Pickles secretly slips away to kill and mutilate countless victims. Despite how bad that sounds, Mr. Pickles actually helps regulate his town that is extremely crime-ridden. King Star King, 2014. King Star King leaves his lavish lifestyle after he seduces his love, Princess Snow White. He becomes a fry cook in a Waffle House. In order to get back to the heavens, he must defeat the evil Spring Bunny and rescue Snow White. Mike Tython Mysteries, 2014 to 2020. A fictionalized Mike Tython, his daughter, the ghost of Marquess of Queensberry, and an alcoholic talking pigeon go around solving mysteries together. It takes a lot of inspiration from Mr. T and Scooby-Doo. Brad Neely's Harg Nallen Sclopio Pipio, 2016. Another show running for just 2 months. This was a sketch show made up of short films and routines. Apollo Gauntlet, 2017. Again, another super short show. This one running from only 1 month is about Paul Cassidy, whose alias is Apollo Gauntlet. He is a police officer who gets sent to a futuristic medieval society. The Jellies, 2017 to 2019. The show is about a family of jellyfish, with most of the focus being on Cornell, the 16-year-old son of the family. When he learns he was adopted, he is shocked and sends him on a quest to quote-unquote find himself. Tender Touches, 2017 to 2020. This show is a parody of soap operas. The show has a lot of improv, inconsistent audio and voice acting quality, and tons of fourth wall breaks. In seasons 1 and 2, there were 2 versions of each episode, one normal and one musical. However, in season 3, they discontinued the musical part. Hot Streets, 2018 to 2019. FBI agent Mark Bransky goes on multiple supernatural investigations. His team includes his partner, his niece, and their talking dog. Final Space, 2018 to 2021. The show follows Gary Goodspeed, an astronaut who is finishing his 5-year sentence in space jail, encounters a planet-destroying alien. He befriends him, and then they are pursued by the evil Lord Commander. Gary and the alien go on adventures to save the universe. After the show was canceled, it became a tax write-off. A graphic novel is coming out in late 2024 to conclude the story after it was canceled. Ballmasters 9009. 2020 to 2023. Though not officially canceled, there are no new episodes in development as of now. Gaz Digsy is an athlete superstar in a dystopian future where their main entertainment is the game, which is a very violent sport. The Shivering Truth, 2018 to 2020. Another stop motion show, and this time, I really don't like the puppets used. They are creepy. However, that is the point. The show is a horror anthology comedy. Primal, 2020 to present. Set in a weird version of prehistory, where dinosaurs, Ice Age mammals, and early Homo sapiens all coexist together. The show incorporates many elements from sci-fi, horror, and action. The first 2 seasons focus on Spear, a Neanderthal, and Fang, a T-Rex. They join forces to survive their environment. This series also has pretty much no dialogue, so that's my cue to quit talking. Tigtone, 2019 to 2020. Tigtone is an intense medieval adventurer. He lives in a surreal medieval world with a 2-headed king-queen. Tigtone goes on many adventures, slaying all his enemies along the way. Laser Wolf, 2019 to 2021. Laser Wolf is a wolf who has a laser and goes on adventures. This is the peak of television here, people. Mama Named Me Sheriff, 2019 to 2021. A spin-off to Mr. Pickles. This show follows the dim-witted sheriff. YOLO, 2020 to present. The series follows the adventures of friends Rachel and Sarah, who travel through Australia. J.J. Villard's Fairy Tales, 2020. It's essentially a twisted take on the old fairy tales. Teenage Euthanasia, 2021 to present. Trophy Fantasy is a teen mother who gave custody of her daughter, Euthanasia, to her Undertaker mother. Fast forward, Trophy dies, and in a freak accident, Trophy comes back as a zombie, with embalming fluid and one of Euthanasia's tears. Bird Girl, 2021 to 2022. A spin-off to Harvey Birdman, Bird Girl fights crime while being the CEO of a company. Despite being a spin-off, Harvey Birdman, nor any of the characters from it, do not appear. Tuca and Birdie, 2019 to 2022. Tuca and Birdie are birds. They live in the same apartment and struggle with adulthood. Smiling Friends, 2022 to present. Charlie and Pim work for a charity dedicated to making people smile. However, making them smile often proves more challenging than expected. Royal Crackers, 2023 to present. The Hornsby family runs Royal Crackers Incorporated. It was once a popular food company. When the senile head of the company starts to decline, his 2 sons take over his business and encounter many adventures along the way. And that's it. I don't like Adult Swim, except for Rick and Morty and Smiling Friends. They're cool. Other than that, it's not for me. I don't know who it is for, but it's certainly not me. So anywho, please hit the subscribe button. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, so you hitting that button would definitely help me out quite a bit. Thanks for watching.